summary of the valuation, the applicant is Rambulan Azizi bin Abu Bakar. The purpose of the valuation is for financing purposes. The date of the valuation is on 22 April 2021. The type of the property is single-story terrace house. The land area is 103 square meters. The occupancy status is owner-occupied, and the property condition is good. The particular of title is lot number 117805, title number HSM 66287, District of Kuantan, State of Pahang. The tenure is leasehold for 99 years and it expires on 6 November 2106. The market value of the property is 57,000 ringgit. The for sale value is 46,000 ringgit and the fire insurance is 73,000 ringgit. For the terms and preferences, our instructions are to assess the value of the property of lot number 117805, title number HSM 66287, District of Kuantan, State of Pahang, for financing purposes. Market value is the assessed amount for which an asset should exchange on the date of the appraisal between a willing buyer and a willing seller in an arm's length transaction after adequate marketing, in which both parties proceed with knowledge, caution, and without compulsion. While for sale value is the amount that could reasonably be received from the for sale of a property that does not fit all the standards of a normal market transaction. For the date of the inspection and valuation, we did it at the same date, which is on April 22nd, 2021.
The subject property is located in Sungai Isap Perdana, 15 minutes outside of the Kuantan city centre. The subject property is situated approximately 11.7 kilometers from the city of Kuantan via Jalan Gambang, also known as Route 2. Access to the property from city of Kuantan is via Jalan Gambang to Jalan Sungai Isap 4 for around 11.1 km and subsequently turn left onto Jalan Sungai Isap 4 and you'll pass SR Homestay on the left. Then turn right onto Jalan Sungai Isap 5 and turn right towards Lorong Sungai Isap Perdana 10 and you'll arrive at where the property is sited. The subject property is located in an area which is predominantly residential. This area is located near the Kuantan River. Surrounding of Sungai Isap Perdana is equipped with basic amenities like convenience stores and so on. Primary school and secondary school SK Sungai Isap Murni and SMK Sungai Isap Murni also located in this area. Tunku Ampuan Afzan Hospital is around 40 minutes away from the subject property. Lorong 26, Sungai Isap Perdana, wherein the subject property is located, comprise single-story detached terrace. Located along the main roads are found kampung and detached houses of either temporary or semi-permanent construction and agricultural land, planted with banana trees, coconut trees, and rubber trees. Kuantan is the capital city of the state Pahang, also acts as the main administrative and commercial center for the state of Pahang and provide all basic necessities such as banking, government office, shop houses, school and police station.
Next is particulars of title. Firstly, brief particular of title was extracted from a search of the register document conducted at the Pejabat Tanah dan Galian Negeri Pahang in Kuantan are as following. The number lot of property that we have chosen is lot 117805 and the title number is PM 8164. Actually, there are original title number of this property which is HSM 66287. So next we will say about the location, which is the Mukim district of this property. The Mukim is Kuala Kuantan, the district is Kuantan and the state is Pahang Darul Makmur. This property tenure is a leasehold. The land area of this property is 103 square meters. This property is using for residential and we can say that this is for building. The Mock Valuers and Corporation is the registered owner of this property. There are some restrictions in interest in this property, which is the land cannot be transferred, leased, and mortgaged unless if obtaining written permission from the state authority. Encumbrance and endorsement of this title is nil. So that's all the particular of title in this property. Next is the description of the property. There are two things of the description in this property, which is building and the site. Firstly, we start with the site. Firstly, we must know that this property is a single-story house, which is occupied by the site area of 103 square meter. This property is fronts on the Lorong 26 Sungai Sat Perdana in Kuantan, Pahang, Darul Makmur. The length of the front side in this property is 6.4008 square meter, which is same like 21 feet, while the left and right of this side length is 60.1544 meters, which is 53 feet. After multiplying the length and the width of this side, we get 103 square meters, same like in the title. The subject site is generally looking like a rectangular shape, flat on the ground and has same level position as the nearby residential and commercial building. Next is the building. This building or house consists of the one master bedroom and two bedroom. This house also consists one bedroom, which is the one bedroom have a toilet into it too. There are one dining room in this house. The dining room is connected into the living room and others room, which is the one bedroom and bathroom. The porch in this house is sufficient for a car and a motorcycle to park into it. So that's all the consists that have in this property. Next, we will talk about the detail of this property. First, we start with the type of this property. This property type is for a single-story house. This property structure is reinforced with the concrete and the walls is fully used by the bricks that has been plastered and painted on it. There are also some walls that have been added a ceramic tile to make it more better than others wall, especially in the bedroom, dining room and living room. The roof in this property is fully used by the asbestos roof. After the investigation, we have known that there are three types of the door that used in this property, which is the wood frame panel door, sliding door and the flush door. Glass casement window, awning window and slider window was used in this property. The fencing of this property is used by the 1.5 brick wall that has been plastered and painted well, which is we can say is a wall. The floor area of this property is fully used by a ceramic tile which is in the inside of the property. However, the cement floor is used in the porch. After the investigation, this building condition is in a good state of appearance and the occupancy of this property is occupied. So that's all the explaining by me, Muhammad Syamil bin Abdul Azizi. Thank you.
The building of subject property is in a good state of repair and maintenance.
For planning provision, the subject of the property is designed for the purpose of residential use. For the service that available around the property is telecommunication, electricity, and water service are available and installed within the area of the property. Public transportation in the form of buses are available along the main road and play regularly within the area of the property. Service such as a refuse collection, street lighting, sanitization of the street and drainage maintenance are provided by Majlis Bandaraya Kuantan. The comparable method and cost method is used in this report in order to get market value of the subject property.
The comparable method of valuation is mainly used in this report to determine the market value of the properties using similar properties to the subject property. It is an approach that uses recently sold comparable assets to determine the value of a property. It is also understand to accurate price estimation of the property. Next, we use the cost method to determine fire insurance value of the property. By using this method, we can obtain an accurate value of the property.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Shakira binti Zainuddin. As you can see, this is the evidence of value that we have obtained from JPPH. We have identified 4 similar comparable within the nearby vicinity. The first comparable is lot 14271, which has smaller land area than comparable 2, which is lot 14715. Comparable 1 also has lower consideration price than comparable 2, which is 60,000 ringgit. However, comparable 1 is an en lot property, but comparable 2 is an intermediate lot. Next, for comparable 3, lot 15541 and comparable 4, lot 15631 has same in size of land area and consideration price. Both of these property also an intermediate lot and similar to subject property. Based on 4 comparable on evidence of value, we have choose comparable 2, comparable 3 and comparable 4 because it's similar to subject property. However, for comparable 1, we reject because it is an en lot property. Okay, now I will explain on how we determine market value using comparison method. The first step is we need to determine land value per square meter for each comparable chosen. The consideration price will be divided with land area to get the price per square meter as shown in the table. The second step is do an adjustment for each comparable chosen. We have identified 5 items to be adjusted. If comparable and subject property has slight differences, then we can use small percentage. Moreover, if the comparable is more better than subject property, we need to less the percent, and it's also opposite in case if the subject property more better than comparable. Then, to get the adjusted of market value, the land value will less with the total of adjustment as shown in the table. As conclusion, we have choose comparable 2 with list items adjustment to determine market value. The last step is to determine market value. The land area of subject property will times with adjusted land value from selected comparable, which is comparable 2 to get the answer for market value. After we round up to the nearest thousand, the capital value we get is 57,000 ringgit. However, to determine for sale value, we has assumed 80% from the market value. Thus, we get the answer equal to 45,000 ringgit and 600. After we round up it to the nearest thousand, we get the FIV equal to 46,000 ringgit. Okay, before we calculate the fire insurance value, we need to know the total of land area of floor plan, which is MFA and AFA. After we get the wide area for MFA and AFA in feet, we need to times it with 0.092903 to convert land area per feet to per square meter. Okay, after that, we can proceed to determine fire insurance value. Firstly, we need to times the land area with construction cost that we has obtained from the Handbook of Malaysia 2020. Then the answer will less with the cost of foundation, which is 10% of cost building. Thus, the answer will equal to 56,943 ringgit and 20 cents. Okay, after that, the total of previous answer we plus with other costs, which is professional fees, debris removal and submissions plan. Then the answer we plus with inflation cost for 2 years at 5%. Then total up the answers and round up it to the nearest thousand, which equal to 73,000 ringgit. Okay, lastly, for the conclusion of this valuation for financing purpose, we can conclude that the market value of the subject property using comparison method is 57,000 ringgit. The for sale value is 46,000 ringgit and the fire insurance value is 73,000 ringgit.